growing up in Florida, we've been through a lot of hurricanes and seen a lot of storm damage, but it's some of the most destruction in any area that I've ever seen.
This is about control. Everybody knows, everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros. I don't need a plane. I just hit the road. I do what I want. I can't sell my soul. Market about to crash. This is what you chose. Ruining the country. I've been best to go. You gonna take the mark. I take narrow roads. I'm a man of God. I can never fold.
All right. Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Matt Marchese. What's up, babe?
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Raise the roof. I'm your host, Matt Marchese. Motherfucker.
It's gotta stay. It's gotta stay. Great.
All right, welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and more reason. Yes, I love it. This is my esteemed colleague and co-host, Zach, the 70s porn stash, Grady.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. Yes. I didn't know if anybody would notice.
And of course, my lovely and beautiful wife, Lindy. Welcome to the show, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah. So welcome aboard. Zach, what the fuck are we drinking tonight?
So I've got 4 roses here.
Wait.
Hold on. Keep going. Pour it. You got water. Lame.
I'm drinking water. I've got my Woodford.
Woodford, yes.
What'd you say you were drinking, honey?
Breakaway.
Ah, yeah.
The local joint. The local
Joint, and it's delicious. Love it.
That Omaha joint, for sure. Nice.
So if you're new, so far we've given away $200 and 2 bottles of whiskey, but Matt's going to make it 300. Boom! And 3 bottles of whiskey.
Yes. We're going to give away some more shit.
Like, subscribe, comment within the first 24 hours. Get your name in the hat. Win that $100. Win a night of drinking on Matt. But get in there. Share the podcast. We love you all. We appreciate you all.
How are you guys? I feel like I haven't talked to you all in ages.
I mean, that's what it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, true that. You want to know what it feels like for you. Living. So for all the listeners and or viewers, I'm out here in South Florida on Fort Myers. We're actually in Marco Island right now, staying at a badass Verbo, as you can see. I'm out working storm for the listeners or viewers. And it's like dog years out here. We call them dog days, where one day feels like 7 days. You're out here for, 10 days and it feels like a cool 70. So for as long as it feels like you haven't talked to me, I've aged, I've gotten gray. I feel like my kids are moving on to high school. Here we are.
Well, God bless you guys, man. That's craziness. Yeah. So forgive my ignorance though, with the Florida geography. All the like Fort Myers, all those cities you were talking, they're all coastal, right? Like,
yep,
right on the coast.
Yep, they're all on the coast.
I feel like all of Florida is considered coastal because there was flooding in Orlando. There was flooding. Man, everywhere.
It took over the whole state. So basically there was a little bit on the southeast corner down Miami area, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, southeast.
Right.
That was spared any real catastrophic or major damage. And then up in the panhandle was spared, but basically a straight line up from Fort Myers area all the way right through Orlando, Central Florida, and then up through like Daytona Beach, Jacksonville. And there's hurricane destruction on both coasts. It was a crazy storm, wide swath. And the eye of this storm was a monster. So it created, the impact was massive. So,
insane,
yeah, I just talked to my buddy over, his name's Kevin. And he was telling me there's another Serv Pro over there landed like an $8 or $10 million job or something in Daytona Beach. And I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, he got a good, decent sized job out there too. And here I am, and I'm going, damn it, dude, I came to the wrong coast. My mom lives there. I could have been there chilling, working a nice, easy job with power and electricity and all the things.
And mama's cooking.
And right, I could have been eating meatball sandwiches. Instead, we're out here eating ramen. I'm just kidding. I had a public sub today. We're good.
So when you have the team that travels like that, though, how do you do you pick where you go, or does Serv Pro kind of guide all those teams to different locations to make sure you know,
That's a good question.
the whole state is covered versus everybody running to Daytona because they think that's where all the money's going to be, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of a game, man. It's a storm chasing game, you know, only we're not chasing the storm for photographs. We're chasing the storm for destruction and jobs.
I was going to say, as marketers were there, I don't know, a day or two, not there, but to go and sell jobs because they knew that it was going to be pretty horrific. So they went down there early, but they go and they're badass marketers. They all get ramped up. All of them wanted to come. They put their heart and souls into, you know, going to all these businesses and really feeling bad for every business that's lost everything. And they do a great job.
Oh man,
they're so awesome.
Those are the kind of people you want.
Dude, my team is, I mean, I've got Army veterans who I've got veterans, the most kind and passionate people. I've got people who have worked dozens of storms. I've got people who have been through shit. One of my guys, Carlos, he's a infantry guy, and he told me the other day, I think it was yesterday, no, day before yesterday, he says, this is like Afghanistan, boss. And I was like,
That's exactly what I said. Not to downplay Carlos, but I said it looks like a third world country, like a bomb went off.
Yeah, it's like a war zone.
Oh,
it is.
It's awful.
And so I asked him to explain what it was that he meant by that, because you could have taken that many ways. And what he meant when we show up to this job, like I can't tell you how many tears we've had to sit there and shed with these people. When we show up, it's truly like we're heroes. It's really amazing and humbling, and makes us really appreciate the fact that we are not going through what they're going through. Some people do really well in the storm. Like some people are super resilient. They bounce back. Some people have tons of money so they can just go to their other house. You know, there's a lot of really affluent neighborhoods that are affected, that the people are just like, it's only stuff. But that's the few. The others are people who were outside riding this hurricane out because they couldn't afford to leave. And they're outside trying to save their property. One lady got smashed with the awning. They're on the river, like insane. They were riding it out on the first floor, had to go up to the second floor because the first floor got flooded. Going into these places and we're like heroes and the saviors, and people just melt. Carlos, one of my guys, described it the same as Afghanistan, like when he was going there to save them, and he would see the people would see him and just start crying in tears of joy because they felt like they were saved. It's a really, really emotional. Storm is always emotional. It's lonely. It's dark. There's no power. You're away from home. You know, there's always challenges with sleeping arrangements. Are you sleeping in your car? Oftentimes you don't know where you're going to sleep, where you're going to get your next tank of gas, where you're going to get your next meal. And everything is very uncertain and dark and lonely.
But the community comes together usually, right?
Yeah. And our team comes together. It's really awesome. That's why we always tell everyone in my Surf Pro businesses, if you want to grow and be a part of this team and you want to grow with the company, go on Storm, because there's people that come on Storm and they've just become best friends. Like they're literally my team members, you know, sleeping in the same bed, crash on the couches. Like I'm in a room in the living room with Josh B on one. I mean, this house is a fucking mansion, number one, but Josh B is on one couch. Carlos is on another couch. I'm on another couch. Nate is on an air mattress, all in one of the two living rooms. In the other living room, we've got two pull out in there. Dude, we're just jam packed in here. 20 of us. Brooke is coming tonight. Anyway, it's a super emotional time. Mikey and I, we got a big job, and we were
Who's Mikey?
I could talk for days on this. We probably shouldn't spend a whole lot of time on it, but Mikey's my little brother. He's here on the Storm with me. He's out selling, or he was out selling. And once we get to a point where we get our jobs and we reach our capacity, the sales guys flip to project managers or crew chiefs. They run jobs. Mm-hmm. And Mikey's out here on his first time Storm sold. It's a really great job that Mikey sold, beginner's luck, so to speak.
Oh, whatever. But, he's got a golden tongue, man.
He does.
He does. He sure does. Yeah. So Yeah. So Mikey's here with me, which is cool because I don't ever get to see my brother. So we're here together, getting to spend some time together. I mean, we're not really spending any time together because it's work and sleep. But either way, yeah, it's good to go. I don't remember what I was going to say because you interrupted me, Lindy.
Sorry.
Shocker. Yeah.
Oh, I'm the worst.
But I love hearing those stories, though, going back to the war picture, because a lot of people don't get to hear those types of stories, you know? Because when the news coverage of all those wars, it was always, you know, death and destruction and mayhem.
Yeah.
But I remember going through convoys in Iraq, man, and the whole community would just come out to the side of the road screaming and clapping, and you know, you'd give them what you
wave
could,
an American flag.
Yeah, throw them a water bottle, you know, give them whatever you had, but you never hear those stories, man.
We're getting to the point. We've had some rough days, but my team is super sick, man. They're badasses. They come together. It's rough for them too. Emotional. They're all away from their families, you know, their wives and their husbands, and their boyfriends and girlfriends. Like, nobody wants to be gone, but they all understand that they're here for a purpose, with a purpose. And every time we walk into another unit in a condo or another property, another person, you know, kind of rejuvenates our purpose. Basically, they're with their phones. I mean, there's no power. They actually power was restored on a few of our jobs yesterday, late last night. So today we have like partial power, but people on their phones are watching the news. Who knows when people are going to come? And then we show up. So we get this big greeting, and every day since that we're there, they're like, we cannot believe you guys are here.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
It's cool. Rewarding. Yeah. So it kind of gives us energy and gives us, you know, a sense of purpose as, you know, as we need, you know, gives us that drive to get through. So exciting stuff. And then we've got the Protect Your Purpose podcast.
Hey.
Here we are.
Remote, virtually, or whatever.
Yeah. On location.
So you you probably haven't got to watch the news a whole lot, but have you got to see any of the way like Ron DeSantis is kind of handling some of the stuff? So I want to read you the quote. You might have heard the quote that kind of sold me. So it's a little bit long, but I'll get through it. Hold on. Ready?
Let's go. Yeah.
Quote, the other thing that we're concerned about, particularly in those areas that were really hard hit, is, you know, we want to make sure we're maintaining law and order. Don't even think about looting. Don't even think about taking advantage of people in this vulnerable situation. You can have people bringing boats into some of these islands and trying to ransack people's homes. I can tell you in the state of Florida, you never know what may be lurking behind somebody's home. And I would not want to chance that if I were you, given that we're a Second Amendment state. I was like,
yes, I saw that.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
I saw that.
I did not see that. The answer to your question is I have watched zero news. Like I'm a ghost town on social media. Even if I have a few minutes, which I don't, not at this stage, we'll once we're ramped up and everything's flowing, usually about a week, we all get to kind of take a breath and be like, oh shit, like we're fucking here. Right. All right, everything's running. How you doing? You know, check on each other and you know, check our Instagram and shit. But no, I haven't heard any of that. I heard like some details DeSantis put out for like debris and trash removal. Like I hear the restoration side of things. I don't get to hear any of that shit, but that's super dope. And a quick story on that. I showed up, that job that I was talking about that Mikey sold. I showed up to that job that next morning after he sold it. And as we're walking through for the first time, this dude comes out, open carry, pistol on his hip.
Yes, sir.
He's like, sir, bro, what's up, man? You guys, he was a barber. He's like, yo, cleaned up my barber shop. You know, whatever. He was super great. And he's like, man, yeah, dude, we already saw some cars last night driving through. We know the looters are coming. No problem. We're taking 24-hour shifts.
DeSantis said we could.
Yes, they're taking 24-hour shifts saying, y'all come around here if you fuck around and find out if you want to.
So he got flack for that though, dude.
Of course he did. Of course.
That, you know, he was racist and, you know, pointing out all the black, like assuming it's going to be black looters, dude. It's probably more of the white trash people down there looting people's homes than
Florida white trash shit is real though, man. I'm telling you that.
All those freaking dudes on bath salts running through people's houses.
Yeah, for sure. The bath salt. Dude, anything these fuckers can do to polarize, man. Of course he's racist for that. He's racist. He's
trying
a
to
bigot.
maintain law and order.
God forbid we save our businesses and prevent them from worse happening.
No. We need to be worried about, listen, every house we've gone into or every condo, we're only working on commercial properties. I've got one guy who I'm going to do a favor for. I have to get back to him anyhow. He's got a residential house. It's a big, nice house. We're going to go work on it for him. But other than that, we're only doing condo associations. But every condo we go into, we walk in and they basically say, do you have our next booster shot? Because we're behind, and because of the vaccine or because of the hurricane, we're going to get behind on our vaccines.
What?
Babe, that is a cold ass lie.
Yeah,
There's not one fucking person that has said one fucking thing about one fucking
God, I'm
mask
so gullible.
or a vaccine or any of that shit.
According to Joe Biden, dude, the best way to protect yourself from a hurricane is to get vaccinated.
I posted that clip.
That will never get old.
Dude, I posted that clip on my social media, on my Facebook, I think, and I watched it. I'm telling you, I watched that clip 5-10 times over and over and over again. And every time it pops up somewhere, I watch it again in complete disbelief that was ever said.
A vital part of preparing for hurricane season is to get vaccinated now.
I hated it when they used to do it to Trump and just like pick out snippets. So
of course,
I'd like to hear the whole piece, but it's hard not to take that any other way.
Like, bro, I've listened to the whole fucking thing.
So you have. That's my point. You've listened to the whole.
It is exactly what you fucking see and hear.
So I hate assuming off the clips because a lot of it's always taken out of context. But it's hard to take that any other way.
Right.
It is propaganda level.
Oh, dude, what a
1,000.
Just take advantage of a situation.
I wonder how many people watched that and was like, oh, I gotta go get my vaccine. It's gonna prevent me.
Nobody in Florida. I promise you that.
Not one fucking person in this state. I promise you, there isn't one person in this state that fucking listened to that dude and said that. We walk in. I don't think I've seen a mask. Don't put a mask on in DeSantis country. We haven't seen any of that shit. But we didn't get here too late. We were literally here the morning after the eye of the storm plowed through this part of the state. So there was no too late. Our guys got to literally see every single thing. Mikey and I, growing up in Florida, we've been through a lot of hurricanes and seen a lot of storm damage. But this, where on the coast in Fort Myers Beach, where the eye came through, it's some of the most destruction in any area that I've ever seen. It's insane.
I was just going to ask you, what is this like compared to every other storm or hurricane you've been?
Yeah. So when I was younger, we've had a few of them. Hurricane Andrew was a monster when I was younger. We had Charlie, Hugo, Matthew. I mean, we've had a whole bunch of big name storms, and a couple really destructive ones, but this one will go down in history as one of, yeah. So the eye was just so big. I mean, it was a category 4. I thought they might upgrade it because I think the wind got up to, they had like 155 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
Something like that. I thought they might upgrade it after the fact. Cause I guess they can do that, but this storm was crazy because it was just so big and powerful when it made landfall. And the eye was so big that it kept its momentum all the way through. And we're talking serious destruction on the West Coast and the Gulf Coast. And then on the East Coast, also like big major losses. And then in Orlando, you've got flood damage, just catastrophic damage throughout the whole state, across the whole central Florida.
Yeah,
and then turned back into a hurricane out on the coast.
I think you guys are going to get lucky, though, because I think Biden's getting a refund from Ukraine to send some money to Florida.
God,
so,
dude. Isn't it incredible?
Relief is coming, bro.
Dude, we go out to these fucking jobs. And funny you say, I just had that conversation today.
There's Ian.
What a dick shit. I just had this conversation today.
He called you a dick shit.
Who says that? Matt just says that.
I love it.
I just had this conversation today. We've got, millions of dollars in projects going on, and these poor people literally we're delivering the news that like your insurance is not going to cover what you thought it was going to cover, and they have nothing. So they've got to go borrow money from the bank as an association to rebuild their little condos. And these are not like super affluent. They're condos, and they're beautiful, but I mean, they're very reasonable,
For Florida. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lower middle class type people that don't have any money. And these people literally are sitting there saying, how are we going to get our life back in order? Where are we going to get this money from? First of all, the reason why the coverage is not going to cover it is because inflation, let's go Brandon, has outrun the standard coverage that is normal and allowed. So they're operating on like what they're operating on is what they have told us is the actual inflation rate. They're operating on an 8% bullshit. Meanwhile, our cost of doing business in a storm has 4x, 3x. Like we're up 300% from what we were 2 years ago on equipment rentals, generator rentals, labor, the average. And then in a storm site, it goes up further. So we're going like double and, up 30, 40, 50% into hundreds of percents. And the carriers are authorizing, 8% or a reasonable increase. So these people are getting a $300,000 bill with $200,000 in coverage because of our bullshit government and this communists.
So not only are they not getting relief, they're having to the banks are benefiting now from these
the
poor
banks
people.
win. And the government prints more money and sends it to Ukraine because they don't give a shit about our people like they give a shit about their people. And fortunately, I don't know. Fortunately, we're in Florida and the government here is going to help them as much as they can. But this is a FEMA, this is an Obama memo. This is an Obama policy. They're not changing that. And listen, you guys know me. I don't believe anything and I don't trust anybody. I'm not sure what DeSantis actually is. If he's a, part of this whole bullshit, if he's just the good cop in this situation and the Democrats are the bad cop. I'm not sure what the hell's really going on.
Right.
But in order to be the good cop, he's got to do more than, the state of New Jersey's going to do for their people. So I'm hopeful. I know the city is hopeful. Everywhere we go, DeSantis is a hero around here.
So the few things I do know about him is he's not a career politician. So that's a check in my box.
Agreed.
For the positive. I think he's actually currently still in the Navy too.
Is he still in the Navy? He's in the reserve?
I think he's in the Navy Reserve. Yeah.
He was an officer.
I did not know that.
Which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
doesn't all the way make him gay.
Yeah,
He's only part gay. Yeah. Only
we
part
love
gay.
you, Ian.
If Ian could hear us now.
Fine.
If Ian could only hear us. I'm sure he knows what we're saying.
Making semen jokes. So yeah, I'm with you, man. Like, I don't trust anybody as far as I can throw him anyway. But some of the things I've seen, paint him in a good light, which is probably part of his plan anyway. Like he was out at Waffle House, like making food for first responders and stuff, which is
was he?
Either he's really cool or just looking for the elections coming up. So
little photo op.
Yeah, but
listen,
at least he's out there doing it. I mean, shit.
I don't think DeSantis has any issues coming up on the election, dude. This state fucking loves this guy, dude.
The country wants him.
Yeah, I heard Rogan say, it was a little clip somewhere on my way here.
I heard it too.
Did you? He said, dude, Rogan has gone totally, he understands what's going on. He knows that it's the Republican ticket that's going to save our country from communism. He understands that. If you listen to Rogan, if you listen to the words that come out of his mouth and you understand what I and we understand, you understand that he understands the Republican ticket is the only way we are going to prevent this country from becoming a communist country. he gets it. I don't think he loves DeSantis. I don't think he loves Trump. He's more of like a liberal, moderate, maybe a libertarian, whatever the hell he would call. But he's a Bernie Sanders guy. He's like a Bernie liberal. And he said the other day something along the lines, if Trump and DeSantis run on the same ticket, they cannot be stopped. What are your thoughts on that?
Happens.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah.
From everything I've been seeing, yeah. I mean, DeSantis right now has all the steam, man. Like, he's been, whether it's authentic or not, he's been saying and doing all the right things. So, as far as Florida's concerned,
I fucking love they nailed it. These property value, these little condos that we're in went from, this guy got one, it was a while ago, he said 10 years ago, out of from the bank for like 60 grand. It's worth, this is one of the higher end ones. And a year ago, it was worth 130, 140. And now they're going for 300. They've literally fucking doubled in price because, and I mean, I don't know. They're beautiful. I mean, they were probably underpriced before, but these people are flocking here for these people, man. They are like, fuck that. We're going to the free country. I don't care what it costs me. We're going down to where they don't lock us down. They tell us, don't you loot, we'll shoot. They respect our rights. Oh, dude, it's so serious down here. It's Trump country. I call it this. I think it's more DeSantis.
There, honey? Can we move there someday? Maybe take Ian and
let's chop off California and expand Florida. And
yeah, I like it. I like it. So let's talk about that real quick. I've got a question. I know Zach usually do the questions. Before we pop over onto our next topic, I've got a question that was asked, and then I think there might have been another one. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't like pop quizzes, bro. So
no, it's a question and answer. Do you think Trump would be able to run as vice president to DeSantis? Think he would go as a vice president on the ticket?
I don't know. I think his ego probably wouldn't let him.
Of course, me too.
That was my first instinct, but also I'd like to think if he thought it was what's best for this country that he would do it.
Yeah,
but
same.
But his ego, yeah, man, that'd be tough for him to get around. But I truly do believe he's about, freedom and getting America back to the way it used to be. So I think if DeSantis could talk him into doing that and convincing him it's what's best for the country, I'd like to think he would. But taking a back seat isn't Big Don's nature normally. So
Big
Donnie boy. What do you think about DeSantis taking a back seat? You think DeSantis is willing? I don't know. I don't know
enough about him. I've just the little research I've done. I haven't dug super deep, but I think so. I mean,
dude, he's the fucking man around here.
Either way, I think more left-leaning people would consider
DeSantis
voting Republican if DeSantis was the president and Trump was the vice president.
There's so many
that might be.
She thinks DeSantis would be more accepted overall than Trump would be, because everybody, I mean, there is that crew that just votes Democrat to get rid of Trump, not necessarily
exactly
what the policy.
And if they have no choice, but they still hate what's going on in the country, I mean,
let me ask you,
there's got to be a lot of those out there.
You think the people that hate Trump are going to like DeSantis?
Well, just because of the state of the country that we're in, I feel like a lot of
Let me tell you something.
DeSantis doesn't have mean tweets, man. That's the thing. So
he's very conservative in the way he talks, but he's still a badass.
DeSantis tells reporters to shut up and listen.
That's fine.
But he doesn't get as much hate as Trump did.
It's because
he hasn't grabbed chicks by the pussy.
Well, I'm sure he has grabbed chicks by the pussy. Okay.
He was in the Navy. Why not?
He might have grabbed a dude by the pussy in the Navy. We don't know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know unless he's caught on a hot mic bragging about it.
Grabbing dude pussies.
grabbing dude pussies. In which case, I promise you one thing. If DeSantis puts his name on any ticket for anywhere near the presidential nomination, the media is going to go bonkers. They're going to launch the same attacks. They're going to launch the same campaign, the same smear shit, the same divisive shit as Trump. There's no fucking way they don't.
It's like Frisella says, man, whoever they're trying to attack, that's who you need to be voting for because they have a reason to not want them in office.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah. So I've got a problem with this because I don't, this is the one thing I don't understand with Trump. Okay. They go at him so hard. And I understand why they would go at him so hard for that. There's also some things I don't trust about Trump. But one of those things is, do they go at him so hard for the purpose of dividing us more? Or do they go at him so hard because they fear him? Or do they go at him so hard? Is it intentional or is it not intentional? You know, is that just a part of the game that they're doing, or can we trust Trump? Because remember, Trump.
Is he part of the big conspiracy?
Dude, Trump is the one that put us on lockdown. Operation Warp Speed is President Donald J. Trump's brainchild, isn't it? Donald Trump still says this fucking vaccine is the greatest accomplishment of mankind.
Well, he can't back out now. He can't back down from that.
Well,
because then he'll have no credibility.
Well, if it's fucking bullshit, he's not going to have any credibility with his fucking base because his whole fucking base understands that vaccine's bullshit. His base understands that it certainly is not the greatest accomplishment of mankind. It doesn't stop, slow, or prevent any of the shit he said it fucking was going to do. It doesn't do what Dr. Fauci said it was going to do. The lockdowns didn't do shit. It was, don't get me started.
That's what we're here for.
Don't get me started.
Fucking vroom, vroom, bitch. Let's go.
Don't get me started. It's late. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether to trust him or not. But
you have to pick
what
a side.
What does he have to
that's
do?
The thing.
Right. You have to. Who are you going to pick?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, at this point, good cop or bad cop, either way.
Whatever libertarian runs.
Right. Well,
no.
Trump. So if Trump is real, and I don't really fucking know, but if he is, he's certainly just a libertarian. I mean, if you're a libertarian, you're running on the Republican ticket.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. And the Democrats try to take over the Libertarian Party, and to no avail. The Libertarian Party is basically revolting against them, saying, no, you stay out of our bullshit, because they attached onto the individual freedoms, which is from what I understand, the core principle kind of the Libertarian Party is individual freedoms. Like, you can do whatever you want. As long as it doesn't affect me, you leave me alone. Do whatever you want. I'll do what I want. And I know the groomers and the LGBT and all of the fucking propaganda
That's a whole podcast
bullshit.
on itself.
That's a whole podcast on itself. But yeah, they all attach to that individual rights and free shit and tried to flip that party into the groomer party. But to no avail. Again, the Libertarian Party's holding strong, and it's drawing some really big names.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
Yeah, that's good for us, though.
Mm-hmm.
So,
agreed.
Anyway, what's next on this rocket docket?
I'm just trying to hold down the fort over here, and we now have 2 bowls of soup spilled on 2 children.
Ooh!
So if you could say a prayer for my sanity.
One of them's not Cora, is it? That'd be
Nope, not Cora.
Thank God.
Cora's soup free.
Thank God.
All right.
The boys can handle it.
They're tough, but
good.
We're all good.
I do have a funny kid story if we want to go for a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
I basically just want confirmation my daughter's not Satan in disguise.
Let's go.
So she, like a week or so ago, we went to football practice, and her and Morrison are hanging out while Brecken's at football practice. And then on the way home, she wants this ball Morrison has, right? And cries it's his ball. I'm not going to make him give it to her, cries the whole way home, screaming, just random, ah, ah, that whole thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I don't know about your guys' technique in the car, but I turned the music up like not like blaring, but just loud enough to like, because at that point she's already mad. So I'm just digging it in deep. I'm like, whatever, dude. You're gonna be pissed either way. So turn the music up, and then she's screaming, turn the music down, blah, blah, blah. We get home though, and I'm telling her to go
wait for this.
I'm telling her to go to her bedroom, and like she doesn't like she's the most stubborn, bullheaded kid I have. Like Morrison, I yell at him, he like cowers and does whatever the hell I tell him to do. She stands, which I hate about her now, probably will love about it when she's grown, you know. But she goes, "No, I'm not going to go up there, you loser." And I'm stunned, dude. I'm like,
oh, so good.
Where the fuck did that come from? So now she's a middle school bully. Basically.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Well, I'm looking in. I'm upstairs crying in my bathroom, staring at the mirror like, "You're not a loser."
Is that why you
doesn't
shaved
even
your
know.
beard? Is that why you shaved your beard? You were like, "I'm not a loser."
And then literally a week later, she wins a character award for kindness and caring at school. Like, you don't even know her.
I call bullshit on that. No way. She's the devil.
You keep her for a week.
She can be the most ruthless person on the planet, and then she's a Sour Patch Kid, man. That's all she is. She's
a sweet kid.
She's the sweetest girl in the world. 99%.
People always say kids are better for other adults than they are for their parents. So I believe that.
They're great for us.
Yeah, of course. Ooh. Of course.
They're great for us.
Mine are not great for us.
We should just switch kids.
Yeah, for kid swap.
Kid swap. Little kid swap. Show them what's up. Get these kids zipped up, tightened up. I don't know.
I went shopping before your boys came over, and I'm fresh out of food now. So
sorry about it, buddy.
We'll Venmo you.
Yeah, we'll Venmo you. Yeah, for sure.
Nah, we're good. It's even.
Anyway, hey, I think we had we were supposed to do an announcement of the podcast winner on this next episode. So
the drawing, did you guys do the drawing?
Yeah, we did not do the drawing, but we're going to attach it to this video, I assume.
Yes, Ian's giving me a yes.
Yeah, we're going to attach to this video. So
sweet. There was a ton on there, man. A ton of new people.
Awesome.
On the comments. Did you look through any of those?
Dude, I've been so busy.
Yeah, I haven't gotten time. I got nothing but time. So I looked through.
Yeah.
You
have?
Just a lot of it looked like a lot of new people, man. Like, hey, subscribed and love the podcast, blah, blah, blah. Trying, hoping to win. Blah, which, hey, anything that's
also shout out to our kids for being inspired.
Oh,
start their own.
Yes, that was one. So that was one of the topics. I'm so glad you brought it up. Go ahead, Tony. Tell the story.
Well, our boys went to stay with Zach in Jordan, and a couple hours later, I get a video from them saying, we started a podcast. And anyways, it was all about inspiration and how we inspired them to make a podcast. It's really cool. I mean, it needs a little bit of work, but it's
why are you being so critical, Lindy?
For a bunch of 10-year-olds, shit, it was better than ours.
Yeah, and
they do have some views that they are catching up, and they are watching like hawks. Like, hey, Dad, we're about to.
Dude, they sent me a video. They sent me. Kason did a screen record. Sent me a video of him zooming in on our views and his views, and said we're catching up.
So that morning, before I sent it to you guys in the group chat, it was before school. They had like 5 subscribers and like 50 views or something like that. And then I sent it to you, and Lindy shared it or made a post, and I shared it. And he came in after school and had 13 subscribers and like 100 some views, and he thought he was freaking YouTube famous.
He is famous. Yeah, dude,
they're so excited,
awesome.
Dude. It's awesome.
And
he's already asking. He's already asking what he can do around the house to raise money for a laptop. I'm like,
oh yes,
my house is going to be immaculate soon.
Purpose. Literally, dude, and it's the episode. I listened to all 19 minutes of it on my way home. As soon as I got out, because I was in the Storm site and I saw the text come through. And of course I couldn't open it. I could just see the thumbnail. And so as soon as I got back in a service area, I immediately turned on because I didn't know when I was going to be back to service. And I watched all 19 minutes of it. It's called the Work Hard Podcast.
Hard
And they
work.
Hard
The
work.
the Hard Work podcast got guns and American flags and shit.
Dude, I love how they have that
songs.
cadence as
Yes.
their
Zach,
Army
Zach,
cadence.
what was your favorite part? You
Oh,
told
dude,
me
the
this
best
morning at work.
part is I love how Kaysen is like the voice of, or not Kaysen, Cash is the voice of reason through it, the whole process. Like,
Yeah.
Brecken just gets going. He's like, when we get to 100 subscribers, we are having a giveaway. We are
Yes,
doing
we
it.
are doing it.
Cash is like, oh, maybe we'll do a giveaway. Like,
Yeah.
and then Kaysen's, no, my dad will buy us something for a giveaway.
Cash is
And
like, we have to ask
Gordon's
our
like-
parents first.
Gordon's like, the Hard Work podcast maybe shouldn't just be asking Cash and Kaysen's dad to buy them things for the podcast. So maybe you should work and raise money, and like that's what we told him. We like that'd be a cool progression. Like work hard to gain equipment, buy equipment, and like document the journey to actually building a freaking podcast studio, which
Yes.
isn't gonna happen overnight, boys. I mean,
Nope.
Bro, I
right
think
now they're on an iPad in front of a desk, all sitting around it.
it's fucking perfect. That was the whole premise of their first episode was
Yep.
you don't have to do any. It's so great, the shit they talked
And
about.
they rated our podcast 9 out of 10 because you're cursing.
Oh yeah, that's
Besides the
great.
So
cursing.
great. I love the part where they were talking about them being inspired by their parents. And I was like,
man.
dude,
You just never know what you're doing.
yeah. So one of my kids' friends' dads texted me one day and he was like, it's really cool that you do that with these kids. He was like, I don't know anything about tech. And like, he's trying to get like, in touch with his kid's shit that is, he's trying to get interested in the shit that his kid is interested in.
Right.
So he explained, I didn't even realize it, like how cool they would think it was when we were doing it. And I certainly didn't think it would inspire them to within a couple episodes to just start their own. But if nothing else, like it's a testament to us doing the right thing and leading by example. And like dude's dad said, getting involved in their kid's life and doing things that they're interested in, watching how when you get involved in what a kid is interested in, how it inspires them. And dude, they did a whole fucking 20-minute podcast on how we inspired them.
I was just going to say, I think it's so important that we continue to do what we have been and promoting that as much as possible too, because
For sure.
that's big to them, man. I mean, 100, they got to 100 views and they thought, like I said, the YouTube was going to break. They thought they figured out the algorithm. So
Yes.
they're just so excited to be doing it, man. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
They've wanted their parents, at least us, I don't know about you, but they've wanted us to start a YouTube for so long, or to allow them to start one. And
Listen, I've been telling them their whole lives, if you come up with a good idea and a theme and a reason and a vision, I'll let you do it, but it's got to be good. I'm not going to let you get on YouTube and just,
flip bottles.
yeah, I'm not going to let you get on YouTube and do dumb things and have people like do something that's inspiring, create something. And I think them, and that's what we hoped. I mean, we talked about it on one of the episodes, maybe last episode or the one before, how easy it is. And at least 3 kids listened.
Mhm.
And at least 3 kids took action. And at least 3 kids said, our parents literally just told us we don't need shit. We can do this.
All we need is a phone.
All we need is a phone. And these fucking kids took that advice. To you listeners who are trying to do shit, we got a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 12-year-old just took action and created their own shit.
And they have
did
13 fucking subscribers already. So
and 170 views. So go view it. Give them some more views and subscribers. They're gonna put out some good shit, I bet.
I think if they do kind of stick with it and do what Jordan was telling them, that'd be a fun thing to follow along with. Like, oh, now we got a freaking laptop. We raised 100.
Yeah.
Brecken literally came to me on Amazon. He's like, "Hey, what can I do? This thing's $150. Like, how long? What can I do around the house?" I'm like,
I love that.
"Dude, we can start talking about an allowance."
Purpose.
Yeah.
Give them purpose.
Purpose. They loved it.
It's awesome.
So
And I get some chores done around the house. It's a win-win.
you're gonna
Mhm.
buy that shit for him anyway. If not, Cash and Case's dad will buy it for him. He's
No,
a
you
fucking
won't.
sucker. He's a sucker, bro.
That defeats the purpose. You can't do it.
All right. You be my discipline then, because
You
I don't
can't do
have
it.
any.
They
All
can
right.
they can raise the money, dude. They can raise the money.
Yeah,
Maybe you pay them double the allowance. I'll pay my kid, but at
No.
least make them work for it.
No, I'm gonna make him work for it too. I'm just kidding. I've
I
got
know
that discipline.
you're better at that than I am. Actually,
Fuck that shit.
Like
They can
bullshit.
work. They can work for it or not, or they can do it right on that little iPad that they already got. It's working out great. Anyway, all right. I think we let's move to wrap this thing. There's a couple topics that I didn't get to, but certainly we'll do another one. Hopefully, we didn't bore everyone to sleep. I appreciate you guys making it happen. Ian is off the screen. I appreciate him getting us all set up.
Ian, we
quickly on
appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
appreciate you too.
Oh, look at him. Thanks for taking. Oh, there he is. Thanks
You
for
take a
see
selfie, I
me?
think.
yeah. Thanks for getting everything set up. I appreciate all the hard work you
Ian
did in getting
killing
us
it as
mobile.
usual.
I appreciate
Yes.
you too. I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Thank you. My team. Big shout out to my team. All the ones who listen. The ones who don't, you better fucking start listening because I'm talking to you. But big shout out to my team, all the support here and their hearts and their souls that they're pouring into these people and getting them back up and running. A lot of it is super thankless, but a lot of it is overwhelming and emotional. And they're all away from their home making these sacrifices and finding a great deal of purpose out here. So thanks to them, all the team back home who is holding it down while we're missing a fat chunk of our team down here, holding it down and taking on, in many cases, double the workload. So we've got a lot of people involved in getting this shit done. So thank you, Zach and Lindy, for taking time out of your busy pants dropping schedules to record the on location or remote podcast.
Hey, so
That
we're
was
gonna.
fun. I just wish I was somewhere tropical and sitting.
Next time.
Yeah, I
We'll
wish
get
I was
one
in
of
a
those.
hurricane. I would love that.
Yeah, no, you don't.
But
No, you don't.
we're gonna do the drawing for the giveaway soon, right? For last week's episode. I don't know what Matt's plan is going forward, but continue to share, continue to subscribe, send it out. We appreciate everybody. We love you all. Thank you so much. Matt, stay safe. Keep
I
it
miss you,
going.
honey.
I miss you, too, honey. I love you. All right, welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast giveaway. I'm still here on location. I'm Matt. I'm your host, and we are back. We're back for a quick giveaway, though. We owe some prizes from last week. We appreciate everyone's participation. All of our numbers went up. I'll spare you all the details because it's late night here. And I'm squeezing this in because I wanted to make sure that this week's episode, we got back to everyone and showed your love or showed the love, showed the appreciation and got back to you with your giveaways. So I'm here with my man, Ian. He's on the other end of this screen. He has the list of people. He's going to let us know who it is. And if you are the lucky winner, I'd like you to reach out to us. Let us know how you would like to receive your prizes and gifts and giveaways. So I'm going to start with the $100 bill. I'm going to start with $100 and we'll reach out to you. We'll get back in touch and we'll figure out how we're going to get your gift. Number one is $100. Ian, where we at?
1 second. Let me. Oh, pick 11. Come on down.
11. You say pick 11?
11. 1-1.
All
One after
right.
10.
11
One less than 12.
is, hold on, Jack.
Jack. Jack who?
Jack, no last name. We've got just Jack. I don't know. You wrote that down.
Hey,
So Jack?
congrats, Jack.
Yes, whoever Jack is. All right. So Zach, or not Zach. Zach is the co-host. Jack.
With a J.
That's the name of the handle or the username or what?
Yeah, that's their YouTube username.
Okay, Jack. Well, whoever the hell you are, Jack, you're the lucky winner of the $100. So let's go. Congratulations on your $100. Reach out to us. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm super happy for that. Reach out to us on the comment of the show. Let us know how to get a hold of you. Phone number, email, cell phone, whatever you got. This way we can get either a Venmo or if we do know you're local, we'll hand you a $100 bill. So Jack, congratulations, man. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you very much in your support. And you're going down as one of the inaugural and early gift receivers. I'll probably do some cool shit later on for these ones. So hold on to that one. All right. The next thing we're going to give away is a bottle of Blanton's, also out of my personal selection. I like to call it a selection and not a collection, because we don't collect these fuckers. We select them and we drink them. But this is another one. I've got a few out of my personal selection that I'm throwing out. And this is another bottle of Blanton's for Ian. Let's go.
The next pick is drum roll. Brrr. Pick number 9. Come on down.
Number 9. That's so funny. Pick number 9. Pick number 9 is Cannibal 94. Again, I have no idea who
Cannibal 94.
Cannibal 94. You are the lucky winner. I'm not sure if I know you or not, but if I do know you, super dope. I'm happy it's you. If I don't know you, I don't know. Maybe it's even doper that I don't know you.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know Cannibal.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. You know what? It's probably best that I don't know you. Cannibal, I'm just going to give you a bottle of Blanton so you can stop eating people or whatever the fuck it is that you do.
Well,
you won yourself. Hell yeah. You won yourself a bottle of Blanton's. Reach out to us on the next show. Hit me on Instagram. You can DM me. You can contact us on the next comment video, whatever you want to do. Reach out to us, get in touch, comment below on this fucking video
right now.
If you got this far, comment below on this video. This is episode 3, and this is where you let us know who you are and how to reach out to you. And whoever the hell you are, Cannibal 94,
please don't eat me.
I'm gonna send. Yes, don't eat. Number 1, if you know who I am, please don't fucking eat me. Number 2, I can't wait to send you or get to you a bottle of my own personal Blanton's. If I know you, maybe we'll drink it together. Anyway, hey, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you all. Thank you for participating. I look forward to giving away some more shit. Either way, stay tuned to find out. Thank you all for joining us on the Protect Your Purpose podcast.